jumped out of the hidden room? Nee, hidden passageway passt da nicht. What did the mastermind throw into the trash can? What does the hidden passageway connect to? Bathroom. Ja, ja. Mastermind peeks out. Ah. Da, okay. Und jetzt nur das letzte. Can you recycle a shot ball? Da.
This is the truth of the case! With this new evidence, let's look back at Rantaro's murder. The night of the incident, Kaede and I were in the first floor classroom. We were waiting for the mastermind to trigger the trap.
Ich glaube auch, dass der Fall noch nicht vorbei ist. Weil wir haben noch nicht alle Beweise verwendet. Bisher haben wir immer alle Beweise verwendet.
Around that time, there were 4 people in the dining hall, including the mastermind. The mastermind was probably irritated that no murders had yet occurred. After the motive was given, they knew that Kaede was planning something. But the mastermind wanted some insurance. They would take action if necessary. The mastermind excused themselves from the dining hall and went to the bathroom. And from there, to the hidden room in the library that only the mastermind could enter. And there they waited. With less than an hour before the time limit expired, Rantaro moved the library's bookcase, which set off the receiver I was holding. It all happened the way we determined in the first trial, except at the end. I ran out of the room, and Kaede rolled the shot put ball into the air vent. At the same time, Rantaro was lured by the flash of the hidden camera Kaede set. He unwittingly stepped right into the path of the shot. The shot rolled down the path Kaede made, and then fell right onto Rantaro's head, killing him instantly. Or so we thought. It turns out that was just what the mastermind wanted us to believe. In reality, Kaede's murder plan happened quite differently. The shot put ball that Kaede rolled didn't actually hit Rantaro. He must have been surprised seeing the shot put ball drop out of nowhere like that, but his fate was sealed. The mastermind saw that Kaede's plan failed and stepped in to finish the job. The mastermind jumped out of the hidden room and attacked Rantaro from behind. And in their hand, the real murder weapon, their own shot put ball. Rantaro wasn't killed by Kaede's shot, but by the mastermind's. The mastermind picked up Kaede's shot and left their shot put ball at the scene. They also looted the Survivor Perk monopad from Rantaro's body. Those things in hand, they retreated back into the hidden room. I remember seeing the bookcase closing just as Kaede and I got there. The mastermind had probably just finished their crime. And so, the real truth was perfectly hidden from us. We went to the class trial and reached the truth that Kaede was the culprit, but that truth had been twisted by the mastermind.
Und sie hat gedacht, dass sie es gewesen ist, weil sie ja den Plan hatte.
After the murder, the mastermind left the stolen monopad on the table in the hidden room. And threw Kaede's shot put ball into the trash can. A little careless of them to not get rid of all the evidence. They probably believed no one would ever get into that room, but we did. Their crime complete, the mastermind went back through the hidden passageway. The passageway led from the hidden room all the way to the girls' bathroom on the first floor. While the mastermind was pretending to use the girls' bathroom, they were actually using the hidden passageway. That's how they moved around without being noticed. Anyone could have used the hidden passageway, not just the people in the dining hall, but looking at the survivors. Only you could possibly be the mastermind. If I'm wrong, please refute me. Please tell us you aren't the mastermind. Tsumugi Shirogane, the ultimate cosplayer. That's the truth of this case, of the killing game itself. Well, Tsumugi?
Well, what?
Yes! What a scorching hot twist! My hand holding the detonator is tensing up! Don't get tense! Calm down!
Daddy! Please stop this! Go back to how you used to be! When you loved us so much!
How
Bang.
I used to be was more suited to a different story than this one.
Huh?
Bang.
Basically, your story doesn't matter. I gotta watch this exciting development!
Well, Tsumugi, are there any flaws in Shuichi's logic? If so, then please tell us.
Flaws? There's a bunch of flaws all over it.
Then explain.
You can do it! You can do it, Tsumugi!
Zu wem halten die hier?
Even if you cheer me on. It's not like that. I didn't do it. It's plain to see.
Fight back, Tsumugi! Come on! You can do it! You can do it!
Daddy, you're tensing up again.
I still want to live, so please don't push the button!
Tsumugi, please just say something. If you don't defend yourself...
It's Junko Enoshima!
Die ist schon längst tot.
What?
'Cause it's always been her. In the Hope's Peak killing game, and in the Jabberwock Island killing game.
Da war sie im Programm.
Junko Enoshima didn't participate. She controlled the game from outside. Even if it's boring or repetitive, she's always the mastermind, isn't she? Then it's like that this time too. It's gotta be Junko again.
Junko Enoshima is dead. She's not part of this killing game.
You're wrong. She hasn't been eliminated. It's all Junko's doing. This killing game is her doing too. Yeah, that's gotta be it. 'Cause Junko Enoshima is...
Junko Enoshima is...
'Cause Junko Enoshima is...
Junko Enoshima is...
Daddy, please don't get so excited. You pressed the button by accident.
Look at our cute faces! Can you really bear to be without us?
Junko Enoshima is...
Junko Enoshima is what? Okay, time for a commercial break.
No, it isn't.
See? We're a good comedy group too! So please don't...
Junko Enoshima is... Junko Enoshima is...
Right the fuck here!
Sorry to keep you waiting. Even if nobody was waiting. Even if it makes you go, what? Again? The Diva of Despair takes the stage once more. Junko Enoshima, the 53rd.
There you have it! Once again,
Wird sie mit jedem Monokuma wiedergeboren oder was?
Junko
Naja.
Enoshima, the 53rd?
Tsumugi, what's the matter? Aren't you Tsumugi Shirogane? Our friend who survived with us? Because I'm just a character. You know, a lie.
Sorry to all her fans out there. If any of you even.
Moment, sie hat gerade noch was gesagt, ne? You can go ahead and forget about Tsumugi Shirogane, hat sie gesagt.
exist, that is.
Ja,
A lie?
Tsumugi Shirogane was nothing more than a cover for me, the mastermind. Ooh, calling her your friend? Ugh, it's laughable, really. Really, I'm gonna laugh.
Are you serious? You're the mastermind behind this?
But why? That face and that voice. It's just like...
Junko Enoshima!
I know, right? Oh, does it make you fall into despair? Well, does it?
No, that's not possible. Junko Enoshima is dead.
But why did you call yourself the 53rd?
As history repeats itself, so does Junko Enoshima.
Yeah?
As you can see, I am a perfect reproduction of Junko Enoshima.
So, you're just a freak pretending to be Junko Enoshima, huh?
No, a perfect reproduction.
Perfect reproductions are exactly the same as the original.
Her logic is impossible to follow, much like the real Junko Enoshima's.
Whatever it is. You're the actual mastermind of this killing game, right?
Huh.
So if we kill you, then that'll be the end, correct?
Oh, say mean things like that. Besides, killing me never ends the game.
It never ends the game? What do
She's bluffing. Let's just kill her and get it over with.
Wait, if force is necessary, it should wait until after we see what she...
No need, Kibo, because this class trial is over.
What? It's already over? Oh, but I just showed up.
You killed Kaede, and Monokuma covered it up with a false narrative. The class trials are rigged, and this whole game is illegitimate.
Oh, that. Right. Yeah, I definitely messed that up. Sorry about that. So?
So, is that all you have to say?
The viewers won't accept that kind of apology. You gotta stop the killing game.
Huh? The viewers?
It seems like you're on the wrong track, so let me explain.
Okay, so first, I'll start with the event that inspired me to plan this killing game. That was about the time the meteorite impact started intensifying.
Did she just start some big story on her own?
I knew of Hope's Peak Academy's Gopher Project, and my inner Junko told me.
Crushing the Gopher Project, humanity's last hope, would be the perfect despair.
That's when I took over the killing game I devised. I forced those selected as humanity's last hope to play my killing game.
And then I took the name Tsumugi Shirogane and sneaked in among them.
Did Kokichi know about this? Wasn't he a remnant of despair? He was your comrade, right?
Huh? Comrade? Junko Enoshima doesn't have comrades.
It's like, you don't need a remote after you've thrown out the TV, right?
The remnants of despair are just a bunch of despair fanboys and fangirls.
Wir vergessen aber mal bitte nicht, dass Tsumugi uns beispielsweise mal gezeigt hat, dass sie diese angebliche Krankheit hat. Diese Cosplayer-Krankheit, dass sie rot anläuft. Also müssen wir mal abwarten, ob es dafür eine Erklärung gibt.
But I am despair itself. I am a god of despair. Kokichi was just one of my believers.
A god wouldn't be comrades with one of their believers, right?
Then Kokichi didn't know your true identity either.
What a hopeless existence he led. To the end, he had no idea the
Im
object of
ersten
his
Fall.
worship was right under his nose.
I don't care about your story. Tell us about the people watching. Who's this killing game being shown to? Where are the survivors of humanity? There's nobody watching.
Huh?
We were the last 16 people alive, you know. Who could be watching? Humanity is gone.
No, you're lying. If this isn't being shown to anyone, why care so much about rules? You're the one who keeps talking about making the game interesting. For whom?
That was just a part of my perfect reproduction.
Your what?
I just perfectly reproduced my own killing game is all. Just like the old Junko. The original was meant to be shown, so that's how I made mine.
You just wanted to recreate the past killing game.
Wer ist dieser Mono denn?
Yep, that's it.
There are no survivors of humanity. Things are just as you recall.
That is the truth of the Ultimate Academy killing game!
No, that's wrong!
Oh dear! I am so surprised!
Maybe we all remember that there's no one left out there. But how do we know our memories are real?
Huh? What do you mean by that? You think your memories are wrong?
There's something that's been bothering me about our memories. Here, look at this book.
A complete history of Hope's Peak Academy?
This book contains years of research about Hope's Peak Academy. Nothing would indicate this book is a prop. I believe the information here is accurate. But there's a lot written in here that differs from our memories.
What is different?
To know that for certain, I'll need everyone's help. I want you all to tell me everything that you remember about Hope's Peak Academy.
We just need to talk about what we remember from Hope's Peak?
Yup.
Okay.
So it started with the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. That event originated at Hope's Peak Academy, inspiring wars and terrorism around the world. It would not be hyperbole to say that event brought despair to all mankind.
And it was all caused by a single high school girl.
Yeah, it was me! Junko Enoshima enrolled in Hope's Peak Academy as the ultimate fashionista. But my real identity was the ultimate despair. In order to cover the world in despair, I put my plans...
Wait a minute. Something doesn't add up here.
Huh? I detect no discrepancy in my memory banks.
Yes. Everything we just said is just like we remember it. But it doesn't match what's written in the history of Hope's Peak Academy.
I'll determine exactly why later. For now, I need to identify the discrepancy.
So you gotta play Spot the Difference! Point out what everyone is mistaken about in their memories of Hope's Peak Academy. Alright, time to play some Danganronpa Trivia!
Das kann jeder von euch beantworten. Hey!
The biggest, most awful, most tragic
Eine
event
Kugel.
in human history.
That event originated at Hope's Peak Academy, inspiring war and terrorism around the world.
The cause of all that despair was just a single high school girl.
Stopp, stimmt nicht.
That's wrong!
Ja.
One high school girl started the tragedy, the ultimate despair, Junko Enoshima. At least that's what I remember, but that's not what this book says. Ultimate despair doesn't just refer to Junko Enoshima. It refers to a group and the movement that came after. To put it simply, there's more to ultimate despair than Junko Enoshima.
This is the first time I've heard about this. Wasn't Junko the ultimate despair?
That's what I recall as well. That label should only apply to her.
Coincidences sure are scary. Everyone misremembered the same thing.
Coincidence? Misremembered?
No, it's no coincidence. I know there's a difference in these memories.
And that's not all. There are other discrepancies I'd like to point out.
Ugh, does it even matter? I'm bored already.
Just shut up.
So, let's continue where we left off. Junko resorted to different tactics to cover the world with despair. The killing game between the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy...
Deutsche Untertitel gibt's da nicht, ne.
They were locked up and forced into the killing game by the ultimate despair.
But boo-hoo. When I, the one who started it all, died, events were set in motion.
Stimmt auch nicht.
And the world began to move towards restoration.
Then the fight between the Future Foundation and the remnants of despair raged on! But the worst-case scenario was avoided! Yay! A happy ending.
Not yet. There are more points that conflict with the history. I'll point those out next. Wieder nur eine Kugel.
The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history happened. Because Junko had prepared countless ways of spreading despair.
Ja.
The killing game of the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy.
They were held prisoner by the ultimate despair.
Nee, stimmt nicht. Die waren nicht davon gefangen genommen.
That's wrong!
Das stimmt nicht. War nicht Ultimate Despair. Das war immer noch Junko und sie war nicht Ultimate Despair zu dem Zeitpunkt.
It wasn't the ultimate despair that trapped the 78th class in Hope's Peak Academy. It was the class themselves.
Ja, die haben sich ja
They
selbst
shut themselves in.
eingeschlossen.
Shut themselves in?
Die haben sich ja selbst eingeschlossen.
Why would they shut themselves in?
It has to do with the Hope's Peak Academy shelter project. During the tragedy, the 78th class trapped themselves inside Hope's Peak Academy for protection.
So our memory of the 78th class being trapped by the ultimate despair?
Are you saying our memories are wrong?
Yep, sind sie. Sind falsch.
It just means those documents were written all half-assed. There's no need to worry about it. Your memories are all correct.
Ja.
What you've been saying isn't consistent. First you said it was just coincidence.
It was just coinky-dink.
Huh. Is that so?
Let's just move on. I want to talk about one more thing from our memories.
Oh, yeah, boy.
It's about the rebuilt Hope's Peak Academy that we were attending.
What about Hope's Peak Academy?
There's no doubt that the 16 of us were students at Hope's Peak Academy. We heard it had been rebuilt and was accepting applications for talented students again.
Müsste im vorletzten Stream
And
gewesen
so,
sein.
we gathered at the brand new Hope's Peak
Meine ich.
Academy.
Als die
Since
Bomben
Hope's Peak
präsentiert hat.
Academy
Ich
was
meine, da war
large,
das.
We were all in separate classes. But there's no doubt we were students of the new school.
Ja. Kann ich. Nachdem wir herausgefunden haben, dass die Kugel ausgetauscht wurde und dass die Mastermind das gewesen ist, gab es eine riesige Diskussion, wer es gewesen sein könnte. Daraufhin haben wir gesagt, dass das Mastermind das gewesen ist. Und da meinten einige, es kann nicht sein. Und gerade Tsumugi hat immer darauf hingewiesen, dass ja Kaede eine Zwillingsschwester hatte. Vielleicht gibt es ja eine 17. Person in diesem Spiel. Worauf aber gesagt wurde, nein, das kann nicht sein. Es gibt keine 17. Person, denn das Mastermind war regelmäßig in diesem Raum und hat sich dort aufgehalten. Das heißt, wenn das Mastermind eine 17. unbekannte Person gewesen wäre, dann hätte diese Person immer wieder mit dem Gedanken spielen müssen, ich werde eventuell ertappt. Und das ist zu gefährlich. Und deswegen ist man von dieser These abgegangen und hat gesagt, es muss ein Mitglied von diesem Killing Game gewesen sein, was natürlich nicht jeder wahrhaben wollte, dass eventuell doch jemand anderes von den eventuell sogar noch Überlebenden dahinter steckt. Das hat sie aber hinterher herausgestellt. Wir haben danach die Alibis von Rantaros Mord überprüft. Und die Alibis von Rantaros Mord wurden hinterher dann von allen dargestellt in einer Debatte. Und dort hat Tsumugi gesagt, dass sie es ja nicht gewesen sein kann. Sie war ja in der Speisehalle mit anderen, ist zwar dann auf Toilette gegangen, aber ist dann wieder zurückgekommen. Und da haben wir immer gesagt, Moment mal, wenn sie auf der Toilette war, kann sie durchaus diesen versteckten Weg genutzt haben, den sie eben halt genommen hat. Ja, also sie konnte das nicht gewesen sein. Und danach haben wir eben halt festgestellt, dass sich die Monocups wieder wehren sollten für Monokuma. Und die eben halt haben gesagt, dass doch eben halt da es keinen Beweis dafür gibt, dass es Tsumugi hätte sein können. Wer allerdings gerade bei diesem Hektischen auch richtig aufgepasst hat, hat herausbekommen, dass Mother Kuma ja weder auf unseren, also auf Shuichi, Himikos oder Makis Wunsch, eine Geburt des neuen Monokumas anzufertigen oder durchzuführen, geantwortet hat, hat explizit Tsumugi nicht gesagt, ihn gebären, sondern einen neuen machen. Das hat sie wieder verdächtig gemacht, dass sie es gewesen ist. Und das wollten dann alle nicht wahrhaben. Dann ging es immer wieder weiter darum, das könnte doch ein Zufall gewesen sein, bla bla, mit der Aussage. Letztendlich haben wir es aber dann auf sie gepinnt und mussten ja dann den Fall aufklären. Dann haben wir das ja nochmal aufgeklärt. Die Kugel ging daneben von Kaede, deswegen hat sie gedacht, dass sie es gewesen ist. In Wirklichkeit ist aber Tsumugi dann rausgerannt und hat die Kugel über ihren Kopf gezogen. Warum sie das wusste? Ganz einfach, diese Nanocups haben ihr das gezeigt. Danach hat sie dann eben halt das Monopad mitgenommen mit dem Survivor Perk und ist eben halt in diesen Raum gegangen. So, danach haben wir jetzt gesagt, nachdem eben halt Junko sich dargestellt hat, dass sie eben halt eine Junko-Fanatistin ist, die sich eben halt als Junko ausgibt, hat sie gesagt, sie hätte das Ganze hier so ein bisschen unterwandert, um ein bisschen für Unruhe zu sorgen und eben halt Verzweiflung unter den noch letzten Lebenden zu verteilen. Nachdem wir allerdings herausgesagt haben, dass sie ein einfaches Highschool-Mädchen war, haben wir durch die Geschichte herausgefunden, dass sie das nicht ist. Sie war ja ein Ultimate, sie war die ultimative Fashionista und hat eben halt nicht alleine dort für Unruhe gesorgt. Die nächste Non-Stop-Debatte, bei der wir jetzt waren, da ging es wieder darum, dass die ultimative Verzweiflung, Junko Enoshima, sie alle festgehalten hätte. Nein, hat sie nicht. Die haben sich ja von selbst dazu bereit erklärt, in diesen Bunker reinzugehen, bevor ihnen die Erinnerung genommen wurde. Was ebenfalls noch von Bedeutung ist, Kokichi war kein Mitstreiter. Er war kein Mitstreiter, er war kein Überbleibsel der ultimativen Verzweiflung. Und jetzt geht's hier noch weiter. Just like I thought, there's something wrong there. But why? Why are our memories so different? Ja, der Pimp, der schreibt ja keine Zusammenfassung mehr, der Lump. Okay, wieder nur die eine Kugel.
Academy was rebuilt. And with that, recruitment of talented students resumed.
When we found out,
Recruitment?
we
Ach,
came
ist doch
to
kein
the New
Problem.
Hope's Peak Academy.
Ist doch kein Problem. Das ist ja gerade ziemlich
The New
spannend, da kann ich
Hope's
das
Peak
verstehen.
Academy was a huge school,
Ja, das war sie.
which is why we were all in different classes.
Sie war ja... Nee.
But we're all the same.
Nee.
That's right. We were all students of Hope's Peak Academy.
Ja, das stimmt. Why? Why are our memories different? Was liegt hier am Tischdienst? What's going on here?
Hope's
Ja,
Peak
ich kann's
Academy was
verstehen.
rebuilt. And with that, recruitment of
Moment mal, das ist...
students resumed.
Nee, das stimmt nicht, was da steht. Tischdienst. Sag das Eichhörnchen.
We remember Hope's Peak Academy taking applications from talented students. But that's not what's written here. The Academy did not take applications. All of their students were scouted.
Eben.
Scouted? I've never heard that.
I wasn't scouted. I applied to Hope's Peak Academy on my own.
Stimmt nicht.
Me too. I chose to come to Hope's Peak. At least, that's what I remember.
Das sind alles gefakte
Are you saying we're
Erinnerungen.
remembering
Krass.
it wrong?
But what if this book's just wrong? Researchers make mistakes too.
Nee.
Maybe so, but I'm not getting all this from just the book. there is other evidence as well.
Ja, stimmt. Wir wissen es.
Other what?
Ja, wir haben andere Beweise.
The killing game we're in now is one that began with Hope's Peak Academy. So this is the third game after Hope's Peak and Jabberwock Island.
Erinnern wir uns mal, falls das jetzt schon kommt, was in Kokichis Motivvideo drin war. Er war in Wirklichkeit kein Leader der großen Bösewicht-Organisation, wie er sagte, sondern von dieser Prankster-Gruppe.
But remember what Rantaro said?
Well, the truth is, this isn't your first killing game. Und das stimmt auch. You're the ultimate survivor. You survived the last killing game.
But Rantaro's name wasn't listed among the past participants of the game. He was not present at the 2 killing games that Junko orchestrated.
Das
Then,
kommt auch noch dazu.
which killing game did Rantaro participate in?
I'm not entirely sure, but it's clearly inconsistent, isn't it? And the inconsistencies don't stop there. Kokichi's account is also suspect.
Sus.
Kokichi's account is inconsistent too?
Ja klar.
Oh, an inconsistency? Do tell.
Ey, Koinkidink.
We remember Kokichi as a remnant of despair. But I don't think that's true. He wasn't a remnant of despair.
Nee, er wusste ja auch gar nichts davon.
He wasn't a remnant of despair?
Okay, bei gefakter Erinnerung kann es natürlich gewesen sein,
He
ne?
was definitely a remnant of despair.
Nope.
The remnants of despair were the ones who tried to stop the Gopher Project. And Kokichi was their leader. If he was the one leading the remnants of despair...
Ups. Then he must have been second only to the ultimate despair herself. Überbleibende. Oder Hinterbliebene. Yes, he loved me more than anyone. Like an obsessed fan hiding in the bushes.
Yes, he loved me more than anyone. Like an obsessed fan hiding in the bushes. So where's your proof he wasn't a remnant of despair?
The proof that Kokichi isn't the remnant of despair. Ja, wir haben sein Video. Habe ich ja gerade davon
This is
gesprochen.
it! The motive video we found in Kokichi's dorm room.
Kokichi Oma, the ultimate supreme leader. Du Fake. He caused mayhem the world over as the leader of the secret organization DICE. And by mayhem, I mean petty, non-violent crimes and harmless pranks. Anyway, Kokichi had 10 loyal goons working for him. These goons were like friends and family, the most important people in his life.
An organization centered around petty crimes. One that forbids murder. And in addition to that, the group was only 10 people.
Kawaii
That's far too few
Disney.
to be the same group that tried to sabotage the Gopher Project.
Ja. Aber seine Art und Weise hat wirklich ein bisschen was
Meaning that
anderes
whatever group
erwarten
Kokichi was a
lassen.
part of is not the remnants of despair. His motive video clearly contradicts our memories. The memory we have of Kokichi being a remnant has to be false.
You mean he wasn't a remnant of despair? That's not possible.
Come to think of it, we never actually heard it directly from him.
But it's still not possible.
Bis, boah.
Kokichi didn't
Ja, dann
tell
guck dir
us
die Fälle
because he
1
wasn't
bis
exposed to that
2 nochmal,
flashback
1 und
light.
2 nochmal an.
And neither was Kaito.
Bis, boah. Junko. Reach for the sky, boy. Hope. Despair. Hast bereits gemacht, sehr gut.
Kaito didn't appear to know anything about the remnants of despair or Junko Inoshima.
If they'd been exposed to it, maybe we'd know the truth.
Maybe it's better that they weren't. I think the people who were affected by that flashback light were wrong.
What do you mean?
All of these weird inconsistencies are from memories we got from the flashback lights.
So the flashback lights are the cause?
Ja
You
klar.
found the classroom that makes all the flashback lights. Right, Shuichi?
Yep.
Yes, and I noticed something strange about it. I actually did a little experiment
Yeah.
with a device hidden in the room. It allowed you to select the memory that a flashback light would recover. However, some of the memories were inconsistent with each other. One might say there are survivors, but another would say there are no survivors. Bizarre, right?
War mehr ein Byakuya.
The flashback lights allegedly help us recover our memories. We're supposed to remember the truth that we forgot, and there
Wow.
should only be one truth. But then having the option to recover contradictory memories doesn't make sense.
Then what are you saying?
Huh?
The flashback light isn't for recovering lost memories? Is that what you're saying?
Then
Yep.
what was it for?
What was it for, huh?
Go on, tell them. What are the flashback lights for?
What are the flashback lights used for? Why can you select different memories? And what does it mean if those memories contradict each other? If I put all these pieces together, it'll all make sense. We'll be able to see the real truth. Okay. Hangman's Gambit, okay. L-I-M-P. Wenn da jetzt noch irgendwo ein T kommt, dann weiß ich's. Jo, alles klar. Da ist ein T, ja, dann haben wir's. Ach, falsch. Da. Mann. Wo ist denn das L? Da. A. N. T. Implant.
Yes, that's it. The flashback light isn't supposed to help us remember anything. It's a tool for implanting false memories.
Implanting memories?
Yes, the memories you could select for the flashback lights weren't
Warte,
our
Inko.
real memories.
Das Pflanzen
They were memories to be implanted inside us. That's why the contents of those memories contradict each other. Once we're exposed to a flashback light, those memories become the truth to us.
So the memories we recovered with the flashback lights were...
Not real. They were all false memories. They were all lies.
Lies?
Oh, what a horrible truth! If the memories from the flashback lights are lies, then everything was a lie! Oh, the suspense and foreshadowing was for nothing! Can you believe it? It's like everything that happened didn't matter at all.
Well, that is what it means.
Huh?
Lies are just like snowballs. The more you roll them, the bigger they get. The bigger they are, the more fun and shocking it is when they're revealed.
That's why everything up till now has been lies. That's the truth.
The memories from the flashback lights were just lies?
It's just as Shuichi said. The flashback lights are not for recovering lost memories. They're tools for implanting new ones. The light they emit is actually information that has been converted to light waves. That light is beamed directly into the brain, causing a deja vu sort of phenomenon. The brain gets confused and thinks the info it just received happened in the past.
We were just confused. For example, your memories of being students of Hope's Peak Academy?
Fake! You guys don't have anything to do with Hope's Peak Academy.
None of us were ever students there. It was just a fake memory. Not students from Hope's Peak? Yep, that was all fake.
Looking back, it was a mistake to have you remember Hope's Peak.
I didn't originally plan on giving you those memories, but I was in a rush and overlooked all those inconsistencies, so you figured it all out.
It's hopelessly the worst!
So that's why Kokichi had to die?
Good job, Mr. Detective. You got it.
The only reason we thought Kokichi was a remnant was because of the flashback lights. But he did say that he was the leader of a cult organization. That was a lie he invented himself. He wanted to be the mastermind. He wanted us to believe it. That's why he lied.
Anyway, I gotta confess, you know that cult I mentioned earlier? The leader is me. Huh? Which means the mastermind to snuck Monokuma onto the arc is... me.
He usurped the mastermind's role, but in doing so, became a thorn in their side.
Wer weiß, wie Kyoko
So
reagiert
to get
hätte.
rid of that
My
hindrance,
boy.
the mastermind played
My
along
boy.
with the lie. The mastermind manipulated us into thinking Kokichi was a remnant of despair.
At the same time, having everyone remember Hope's Peak Academy made you guys target him because you thought he was a remnant of despair.
You were using the flashback lights to control us?
Reach for the sky, boy.
Then the reason I tried to kill Kokichi was...
You were being controlled by false memories, like putty in the mastermind's hands. But Maki wasn't the only one being controlled. You all were! Remember when Kokichi revealed the truth of the outside world? You all got so depressed, you couldn't even focus on the killing game!
Wait, then, to make us recover from that, you...
Yep, we gave you memories of being Hope's Peak Academy students, the symbol of hope.
So you all could face despair.
You controlled us with that big memory?
Well, it wasn't just that memory. It was all of them up till now.
Krank.
New mysteries and truths turn to motivation. Motivation drives a story. Everything from the flashback lights was just motivation to move you forward.
Chiaki.
But I guess it was fake motivation.
Chiaki gefolgt von
You idiots kept
Korekio.
getting jerked around by meaningless lies.
This class trial was like that too, wasn't it? Why was
Und
it you were
Kyoko.
so
Kyoko ist an
motivated to do
dritter
it?
Stelle.
Because you got a memory from one of the flashback lights, right?
Was that also a memory you used to control us?
Und an vierter Stelle
Hey,
Psycho.
what was it you
Die hat
guys
man nur im
remembered from
Anime
it again?
gesehen.
At first, you ran away from the Gopher Project, humanity's last hope.
Die ultimative
But then,
Pharmazeutin.
you bravely chose to accept your fate.
Nein,
You took on all the wishes of your friends
Monodam
and
gab's ja
family.
nicht. Den hat's nie gegeben.
And now, you remember how you got here. You remembered that you had all been entrusted with the world's hope, right? Remembering the weight of that hope should have made you feel stronger. I have to escape! I'll never give up! I won't be defeated by the mastermind!
Even though Kaito and Kokichi were gone, and Kibo started to go berserk, you guys didn't give up hope. You decided to face this killing game, right?
You were controlling our emotions? Even our resolve to defeat the mastermind?
This is a killing game! A death game where emotions run like blood!
Nee, du bist bei mir hier
The
noch die Blume.
participants aren't trying their best to live, it's just not very exciting.
Oh, the memories were fake? Then what was everything till now? That memory, and 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 that... If they were all...
Dann muss ich mal eben kurz...
Where are we? Why are we in this killing game?
Yeah, who knows? My plans for mankind's last killing game kind of just fell apart. So figure out why on your own.
Okay, ich sehe es
This
jetzt auch.
is a class trial after all.
Then, who are you? I don't know who you are.
Huh? What's not to understand?
I...
Became me. What about that don't you get?
If this killing game is connected to Hope's Peak Academy, then I believe you. This is certainly the work of someone carrying on Junko Enoshima's will, but we have nothing to do with Hope's Peak, so you can't be Junko. So who the hell are you?
I'm me, no one else.
Hajime? What?
What is this?
Huh? You know him, don't you? He was in the Jabberwock Island killing game.
I'm Hajime Hinata.
That's not what we mean. What are you doing?
What am I doing? I'm just cosplaying.
Cosplaying?
Yeah, this is just cosplay.
Mahiru!
But it's not just normal
Yasuhiro.
cosplay, because I can perfectly replicate the character.
Check it out! Even my
Soda.
voice sounds exactly the same.
Is Junko Enoshima also?
Yes, it's my cosplay. I can perfectly reproduce a number of characters and actually become them!
This is the talent of the ultimate cosplayer.
Number of characters?
How can she cosplay as students of Hope's Peak Academy? Because Tsumugi told us.
That's what cosplay is supposed to be in the first place. Lately, some people prefer to cosplay as non-fictional characters, which is unforgivable. It's so unforgivable that I break out in cospox if I even attempt it.
Ah, you remembered! Yes, that's exactly right!
So then, what does this mean?
What?
If what I said was the truth, then Hope's Peak Academy was...
What Hope's Peak Academy was? If Tsumugi can cosplay as them, there's only one possibility. It's fictional. Krank.
It's fictional. It's all fictional?
Fictional?
The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history never happened. Hope's Peak, the Future Foundation, and the remnants of despair do not exist. Because it's all fiction. None of it actually happened in the real world.
All of those events took place within a fictional world known as Danganronpa.
Danganronpa!
Danganronpa? What? What are you even talking about?
What? You've never heard of Danganronpa? We're all characters in it. That's right! Me, that nasty pig Bart, and everyone else are all fictional.
Hold on. Then, Hope's Peak Academy doesn't exist?
Nope, because it's fiction. Doesn't exist in the real world.
What?
Okay.
Isn't that surprising? Yeah. Up till now, you thought fiction was fact.
But fiction is just fiction. Danganronpa's just fiction.
This whole Danganronpa story was just stuffed into your memories.
For that reason, you all believed that work of fiction was, in fact, reality.
And that's how we put on a cosplay performance for everyone to see.
Richtig Mischief.
A cosplay performance of the whole wide
Erklärt sich
Danganronpa
alles im
world.
Anime.
Cosplay of the
Aber wir haben es auch im
whole
Spiel
wide
gesehen.
world? So, this was all fake?
Hallo, Karol
Everything
Jan
was made
Nowak.
up? And the whole time, we thought it was real?
Did you think the ultimate cosplayer's talent was only limited to characters?
It'd be kind of lame if that was all the big bad mastermind could do.
I can do far more than that. I can cosplay the world itself. So if you want to make me your enemy,
then your enemy is the world of Danganronpa itself.
Danganronpa itself?
But why?
Mhm.
Why would you do this?
Frage mich
Why
auch,
make
warum
us
die Leute
think it's
unbedingt...
real?
Well, duh. It's so you'd all play the killing game.
This is the world of Danganronpa, you know.
Dann weiß ich nicht, warum die Fans unbedingt einen 4. Teil sehen wollen. Ich wüsste nicht, wie man den in die Story einbauen könnte.
It's a killing
Aber wir
game
warten
that
mal
takes
ab.
place in the real world, propped up by fiction.
In other words, it's ultimate real fiction.
Oh, Nekomaru.
Ultimate real fiction?
But if it's fiction, if everything isn't real, then the world being in ruins is also fiction. The world outside is fine, right?
That's right. Of course. How did you like that scene? Our staff worked very hard on it.
Staff?
There's no need to worry about the people backstage.
Anyway, back to our conversation. You guys can just relax.
Ja.
The world hasn't been destroyed. Really? It's not destroyed? Then we can all go home and...
Nah, that ain't happening.
Why? If the world is still intact, then we have homes to return to.
I told you that ain't happening, you dumb sea urchin-headed... Wait, that's me.
Monokuma, what's going on?
Do you really want to know? Forget about the world! It wants nothing to do with you! The walls of this academy are your world now! The outside world is of no concern to you! The audience certainly agrees with me. Isn't that right, you guys?
Bring on the spoilers. Kyoko is my waifu.
What? Who are these people?
They've all been watching this killing game transpire.
Of course, those you see here are only a fraction of our total viewers.
Watching us?
It's just like Shuichi said. This was all arranged because people want to see it.
So this was all a show.
Da nimmt sich die,
This
nimmt
whole
sich
killing
die Firma wieder selbst aufs Korn.
Yeah. Everyone in this whole peaceful world watches this show.
Peaceful world?
The outside world is peace itself. There's no despair or wars, and...
Oh oh, jetzt kommt Pimps Wife.
All the people in this peaceful world are straight up crazy for this killing game!
Hyoko war schon da. Die hast du nur ignoriert.
Wait, why would a peaceful world need a game like this?
It's because the world is so peaceful that this killing game is necessary.
It is so very peaceful. And so... it is so very boring.
With so much peace, people have become bored. They need stimulation.
We created this ultimate real fiction so Danganronpa could fulfill that need. Every person in the outside world watching this is a huge Danganronpa fan. Everyone loves the killing games. This killing game is for everyone, so it's everyone's killing school semester.
This killing game is the latest entry in Danganronpa.
The long-awaited sequel that everyone has been waiting for!
This is the truth of this killing game. Isn't it the ultimate real fiction?
We were forced to play some fictional killing game?
Danganronpa! You noticed way too late. There's no Danganronpa without Monokuma! Since I'm here, that means this is Danganronpa!
is this?
Can't you tell? It's the title of the current Danganronpa you guys are doing.
A testament to the unquenchable thirst this blood-soaked world has for Danganronpa.
What do you mean?
Danganronpa's gone on so long because the whole world enjoys and supports it.
Der Voice Actor von Gundam streamt übrigens hier auch auf Twitch.
Did you forget what season of Danganronpa this is? You guys are dumber than ants.
Shuichi, what do you think?
What?
Ich weiß nicht, wie er heißt hier auf Twitch, aber er streamt das. Er streamt hier auch. Ich hatte mal einen Zuschauer aus Amerika, der mir das erzählt hat. Der hatte nämlich die Emotes von dem.
And if that's not enough of a hint, just feast your eyes below my belt.
Oh, terrible, terrible. What killing game is this? What number of Danganronpa is this? You can tell from the logo. Then this killing game is... Moment mal. V ist also V. V, und wenn wir das als Zahl darstellen, wäre es eine 5. Da muss es ja 53 sein eigentlich, oder? Okay.
Could this be the 53rd one?
Ding ding! Correct! This is the 53rd season of Danganronpa! In other words, Danganronpa V3's official name is Danganronpa 53!
Scheint so. Carol, vielleicht mal für dich als Info. Ich spiele das Spiel zum ersten Mal. Ich kenne nichts davon. Also, falls da irgendwas mal gespoilert werden sollte, bitte mach es nicht. Na?
Ultimate real fiction! And now, we're in the 53rd season of Danganronpa!
53rd season?
What? Did the letter in there throw you off? Well, I guess that happens.
Leon!
But isn't it just rad how it looks like a letter, but it's really a number?
Our title is the 53rd, as this is the 53rd game we have masterminded.
Dann können wir das 4. ja vielleicht doch noch
It was
erwarten.
supposed to be a hint, but whatever. I'm over it.
Since this is the 53rd season, one would expect to see a multitude of characters.
Können wir noch ein paar Spiele erwarten?
But you only have memories from the first 2, so you wouldn't recognize any others.
That's why I've limited myself to only cosplaying as Hope's Peak characters.
Is it sinking in yet? This killing game is just the 53rd season of Danganronpa.
The 53rd Danganronpa.
Trapped in a fictional Danganronpa-inspired world and forced to play the killing game. That is what the world desired from you.
So yes, I'm the mastermind. But the real mastermind forcing you to do this is... the people of the outside world! The people of the outside world are the ones who are forcing you to do this!
The whole world is the real mastermind?
The reason I made this world? The reason you guys did the killing game? It's all because the outside world wants it, you know? It's not just me. It's everyone involved in this project.
Project?
What? You don't know what that is?
Die wolltest du, Pim.
Leaking oil or something?
Die wolltest du haben, Pim.
Managing this killing game aren't psychos like the remnants of despair.
They're literal managers! Literally!
Ich auch nicht.
So I want to hear your best guess. What company is running this show?